Good morning, students. Welcome back to the English Channel Prime for grade 7. Student, today we are going to read the last poem of this session, that is Work is Worship, the poem number 7. So, open page number 91. Look at this pre-reading task. In this poem, the poet speaks admonishingly to an idler and tells him that God does not like idle form of worship. What really pleases God is hard works. So students, here the poet name is Rabindranath Tagore. So let's know about the poet first, then we'll start the pre-reading task. Rabindranath Tagore, as you know children, he was an icon of Indian culture. He was a poet, philosopher, musician, he was a writer, he was an educationalist, and he was the first Asian to become the Nobel laureate when he won that Nobel Prize for his collection of poems Gitanjali in 1913. And he was also popularly called as Gurudev, and his songs were popularly known as Rabindra Sangeet. Two songs from his Rabindra Sangeet are now the national anthems of India and Bangladesh, the Janaganamana and the Amar Sonar Bangla. So he was a poet of world famous nature, universal appeals. His poems has an universal appeal. He was born on May 7th, 1861 in Calcutta and died on 7th August 1941. So students, today we are going to read this Work is Worship. In this poem, as I said, the poet speaks admonishingly. That means the poet has advised to the idler meaning the person who avoids doing any work, who spends most time in lazy activities. That type of person he is advising that God does not like idle form of worship. Any kind of idle form of worship God does not like. What he really likes is hard work. If a person is doing hard work in his life, then God is with them. So let's read this stanza by stanza and we'll understand. First let me read and I'll explain the two lines. Leave this chanting and singing and telling of beads. Chanting meaning reciting mantras, repeatedly telling the mantras, and singing and telling of beads. Beads means the rosary. Whom those though worship in this lonely dark corner of a temple with doors all shut. So he is saying whom does meaning the does not, does, whom does you worship. That is the very old use of does and you. Worship in this lonely dark corner of a temple within the doors. That means the poet is advising that the religious minded people, the pious people, should give up their counting of beads. Rosary or telling of beads means the counting of beads they should avoid, they should give up, and they should also give up the singing and chanting of mantras. Why children? Because God cannot be confined into a secluded corner of the temple with their eyes half shut. So if all the doors of the temple of the worship place, maybe it may be a temple or a church or any mosque, if it is a God cannot be confined into within the four walls of a temple or a church. So he is saying, open thine eyes and see thy God is not before there. That means thee, meaning the old use again. So the poet is saying, open your eyes. You cannot find God in any corner of the temple with your eyes half shut. So he is saying, open your eyes and see that God is not there before you. God is not to be found in this way. He wants the pious man to go beyond these four walls of their shrines to where the God really exists. Understood? Now, next line. He is there where the tiller is tilling the hard ground. Tiller meaning the person who turns the soils, the farmer who turns the soils to grow crops is tilling, meaning the digging the hard ground. So the poet is saying God lives with the humble, with the downtrodden people like the tillers of the land and the path makers. and where the path maker is breaking stones, and the path maker who work hard at breaking the stones. Next he is saying he is with them in sun and in shower, and his garment is covered with dust. Put off the holy mantle, and even like him come down on the dusty soil. So he is saying the God lives with those who toil in the sun and shower. Shower meaning even if when there is full of rain or there is full of hails or snow, still God lives with those type of people who always give their sweat in under the sun or under the shower, who always goes on working, and whose clothes are soiled dirty with the dust. Done. And put off the holy mantle, and even like him come down on the dusty soil. That means he is saying, if you wanted to meet God, if you want God, then you also come out of your temple. Give up your holy robes, give up your holy dresses. Holy mantle meaning the priest would be wearing a different type of unique or a uniform type of thing that is covering for the religious worship, that you should take out, that you should give up, and work with the humble tillers of the soil in the rain and in the sun. That means he is glorifying the life of the humble laborers and rejects the ascetic way of life, those people who spends their time in the temple. So here the poet is saying that God is with them who are working hard in their fields, or for instance the farmer who is working hard on his farm, or the path maker who is breaking the stones. God is always with them who work hard in their life. And the poet is saying that helping the poor and deprived people would be like worshipping God, because God is always with them in sun and shower in every situation. It would be foolish to think that God will sit in the temple or in the church and accept the worshipping while people would be toiling, would be working in the field. God is always with those who are actually having hard times. So he is advising the religious people that they should come out of the worshipping places and help the poor and deprived. Then that would be the true worshipping of God. Now let's go to the next stanza. Deliverance. Where is this deliverance to be found? Our Master himself has joyfully taken upon him the bonds of creation. He is bound with us all forever. So children, here deliverance meaning the liberation, the salvation. So he questions that deliverance. Many people worship the God for deliverance, for liberation. Liberation meaning the soul. We have a belief that our soul will go from cycle of birth and death. So if there is liberation, then the cycle of birth and death we do not have to go through. But he is saying, the poet is asking, where is this deliverance? Can this deliverance be found by just worshipping God? And first of all, what is deliverance? God is the creator of all of us. He has created this universe. God himself is bound to all of us in the chains of love. God is the creator. He is the master of everything. He himself is not free, as he has joyfully bound himself to the work of creation and to the objects he has created. So how can then man can ever hope to be free from this bondage, from this love and affection? So he is advising the people, the religious people, that you cannot get deliverance just by worshipping the idol, worshipping the God, by chanting, by singing, or by telling or counting the beads. Next stanza. Come up out of thy meditation and leave aside thy flowers and incense. What harm is there if thy clothes become tattered and stained? Meet him and stand by him in toil and in sweat of thy brow. So children, here again, as I said, the old uses of does, thy, you, etc. are used. I will be giving this meaning in the side of this slide. So children, here the poet is saying, come out of thy meditation. That means he is advising the religious people who are searching God in worshipping places to come out of their meditations and leave all their offerings. Leave all their offerings like the ritualistic flowers, the things, the incense which does not serve any purpose. So the poet is saying one can find God not in the temple but with the workers who are working whole day in the dark and under the hot sun. So he is asking the religious people that what is the harm if you work under the sun and if your clothes become dirty, stained meaning dirty, tattered meaning torn out. Even when your clothes are torn out or stained, there is no harm because one is going to see the Creator. So he is saying that God can be available with the participation in the activity of life that is already created by the God. So in that way you can realize the real God. Some people thinks that if rather than working hard in life, if they will go on worshipping God day and night, thinking that by this way they can please the God, and forgets that the God is always with the people who really works hard in their life. So if you want to meet God, you have to work hard, then only you can get God. You cannot get God by just singing or chanting or meditating. Last line, meet him and stand by him in toil and in sweat of thy brow. So here Tagore is saying that true worship of God means mingling with the humble humanity in terms of equality and participating in their humble activities. That means God lives in the company of those who toil in summer, in the sun, in the winter, in the rain, in the shower, and whose clothes are soiled with dust. So God loves the humble tiller despite his dirty and tattered dresses. So God is to be found with the poor and with the humble person who earn their bread with the sweat of their brow. So here the poet is saying the hard work is the most important thing to please God, to get God, to meet God. Done, children? Hope you understand everything.